Welcome back, dear children. Now, what happens to the goat? The wolf and the goat were staring at each other. Should she go back to the safety of Abu Khan's hut? She said no. She said to herself, death in an open field is far better than a life in a small hut. The wolf had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily at Chandni. His eyes were shining like burning coals in the darkness. He seemed in no hurry. He knew that the new goat was his. The wolf and the goat sized up each other. The wolf was big and ferocious, whereas the goat, though healthy, was small. So they both are comparing the size. Wolf was very big and ferocious. The goat was small comparatively. Small but not weak. Chandni stood firm on her legs, head slightly bent and horns jutting out. She was a picture of courage. She looked like a brave soldier, ready to fight a treacherous enemy. I must put up a good fight, Chandni thought. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. The fight began. It went on through the night. The moon, which had been watching the night, full night the fight was watched by the moon, began to grow pale and suddenly hid him behind the clouds. The stars also began to disappear one by one. Still, the fight was continuing. A faint light appeared in the east. That means what? The whole night, goat was fighting with the wolf. A faint light appeared in the east, represent sunrises in the east. And the morning call for prayer came from a distant mosque. So the first rays of the sun saw Chandni lying on the ground. She was completely soaked in blood. The wolf, tired and sleepy, was getting ready to devour her. An assembly of birds perched on the top of a tree nearby was debating the result of the fight. Who is the winner? One of them asked. The wolf, of course. Most of them said. But a wise old bird declaimed with confidence, Chandni is the winner. Who is the winner? Chandni, the goat, is the winner. See here, one wise bird is sitting. That bird only said that Chandni is the winner. Right. This lesson was written by Zakir Hussain. Right, children? I hope you understood this story. Just go through the book, right? Read the content. I hope I covered full content of the story. And if you didn't understand, we'll discuss. Chandni summary. Right? We'll have a quick recap. Then we'll go into the exercises. Chandni is a story of love for freedom. In Almora, a hilly place in Uttarakhand. Almora is the name of the place that is in Uttarakhand. There lived Abu Khan. He lived alone with their few goats. Abu used to treat his goats as their own children. Goats, not gods. Goats, G-O-A-T-S, as their own children, and would call them with funny names like Kalua, Mungia, Gujri, etc. He used to give their goats the juiciest grass and grains. Yet, often the goats used to break the rope and disappear in the forest. There was a fierce wolf in the forest. Abu was not able to understand the reason why the goats are going. Chandni's coming to Abu's home. Soon there were no goats left. Abu decided to live without them, but soon he was alone. He bought a healthy and young goat. He was of the thought that the goat is young, she will love him and will never go away. He named the goat Chandni and means moonlight. Many years passed and Chandni was still there in Abu's home. Abu uses to tell her the stories of other goats who were killed by the wolf. Chandni was of a friendly nature. She would listen to Abu's story with interest and affection. Every morning, she watched the hilltop bathed in sunlight and missed the refreshing breeze. Now, she stopped eating and became very thin. Abu did not understand the cause. One day, she decided to talk to Abu. Abu was sad hearing the wish of Chandni. First, he tried to convince Chandni with the green grasses, longer rope, and stories of other goats. Chandni did not lose her determination. Now, Abu was angry but put her in the room with a rope tied. Chandni's escape. Very same night, Chandni was able to escape as she broke the rope and the window was open. She walked on the hills and was very happy. Chandni walked all day with joy. She met a group of wild goats. The group offered her to join the group, but Chandni refused as she was wanting to enjoy her freedom all by herself. Chandni's fight. Soon the sun hid and moonlight appeared. Now there was a fiery wolf with red eyes in front of Chandni. Chandni had no option and decided to fight back as she felt this freedom was better than returning to Abu's home. Chandni was lesser in size yet healthy. She stood firm and pointed her hard horn towards the wolf. The fight went long. Winner. Moon and stars disappeared with time, and the new ray of sun came to the hilltop. Sun saw Chandni soaked in blood, while the wolf, tired and sleepy, was getting ready to devour Chandni. A herd of birds sat on the tree and was debating about the winner. All birds said the wolf was the winner. A wise old bird said in a firm voice, "The winner is Chandni." What is the moral of the story here? Everyone loves their freedom. This freedom is not confined only to humans, but also applied to other creatures as well. Through this story, the author tries to tell the importance of freedom. We should live with independence and should never hurt someone else's independence. So that's it. Now question and answers. Take your classwork, dear. Page number 45. There are 3 parts in this lesson. So 3 set of question and answers will be there in different pages. So first question, page number 45 in your content book. Why did Abu Khan's goat want to run away? What happened to them in the hills? Abu Khan's goats wanted to run away in order to enjoy freedom of movement and eat green grass. But they were killed and eaten up by a wolf in the hills. Second question. Abu Khan said, "No more goats in my house ever again." Then he changed his mind. Why? Abu Khan had a sad experience with his several pet goats. They all ran away to enjoy freedom. So he decided not to take any more pet. But he changed his mind because he felt very lonely. Why did he buy a young goat? Question number 3. Abu Khan bought a young goat thinking that it would stay with him much longer. This is page number 49. Comprehension check, part 2. Why did Chandni hate the rope around her neck? Like other goats, Chandni too missed the hills and longed for freedom. She was not afraid of the wolf. Abu then put a rope around her neck and shut her in a small hut. Chandni could not help running towards the lovely hills. The rope pulled her back, so she hated it. Question number 2. Now Abu Khan understood Chandni's problem. What was Chandni's problem? Chandni's problem was that she hated imprisonment. The hills called her. She was not frightened of the wild wolf. Abu understood her problem and her love for freedom. Abu Khan pushed Chandni into a small hut. This shows that he was cruel or loved her and wanted to save her, or he was selfish. He loved her and wanted to save her life. Now page number 51. This is part 3. Why did Chandni refuse to join the group of wild goats? Chandni rejected the offer because she wanted to enjoy her new freedom all by herself. Question number 2. Chandni fought the wolf because she had to retain her freedom at all cost. Now discuss the following topics in groups. Why did the wise old bird say Chandni is the winner? Very good question. The wise old bird declared Chandni the winner because she struggled to her last breath to retain her freedom. Death is an open field is better than life in a small hut, Chandni said to herself. Was it the right decision? Give reason for your answer. Chandni's decision to enjoy free movement in the open fields rather than life in a small hut was right. No sacrifice is too great for winning freedom. Freedom is life. Discuss this with reference to Chandni and I Want Something in a Cage. The last supplementary reader story is I Want Something in a Cage, right? So we are going to compare these two stories. It is indeed very much true that slavery is a virtual death. Chandni the goat expressed her love for freedom by sacrificing her life. She fought with the wolf boldly, very boldly. But in the story I Want Something in a Cage, this love for freedom is expressed through a prisoner who spends all he had in order to buy freedom for a pair of birds. Right? So that's it. Some more questions, extra questions are here. If you wish, you can. Who was Abu Khan? Abu Khan was an old man. He lived all alone in a little hut in Almora. He tamed a few goats. He grazed them during the day. At night, he would talk to them as if they were his children. Right? Children, I hope you understood the story in a better way. Here are some questions. How can you say that Abu Khan's goat were of the best hill breed? So, go through the questions. Try to write the answers on your own. Thank you, dear.